Yo, what up, everybody? It's B-Cide here. What up? I hope you're all doing well today. Before anybody jumps down my throat, I know this sounds crazy. I've been making rap music for 25 years. I'm from the underground. I came up in Utica. But the first band that ever made me want to create anything was Green Day. I mean, that band is actually what pushed me to making what I do today. And that's what it is. Okay, you have to think about something. When I was growing up back in the mid 90s, that things were very genre specific. Things weren't really the way they are today, where everybody's really eclectic with music and listens to all different kinds of things. Back then, if you were a rock kid, you were a rock kid. If you were a metal kid, you were a metal kid. If you were a punk kid, you were a punk kid. If you were a rap kid, you were a rap kid. Uh, and that's just how it went. And so that what happened is my Green Day era is I got introduced to them during Dookie in 1994 when it came out. And I got introduced to it by my friend Mark Anthony back in high school. He showed me Dookie, and I'm like, I fell in love with it. It was my first taste of like an actual like identity and shit like that, and that it had that rebellious, energetic feel that just made me feel alive. And what really had happened is seeing Green Day for as long as I had bootleg concert VHS cassettes. Now it's all on YouTube. I still listen to Green Day to this day, but Billy Joe and Mike and Trey, they really gave me the confidence to go out and be able to do what I do. They gave me the ability to get in front of a crowd and not give a shit, just do what I do, and that's what it is. So that it's just awesome. That's just how it is. I never had stage fright, none of that shit, and it's all because of Green Day. And it was finally that I came into music of my own, if you will. It's not like the music that my parents listened to. That I was at that age, I was about 10, 12 years old, where I started listening to like my own kind of music. I finally had my own music. Dookie was the first cassette tape I ever owned. So it was awesome to have something that was actually mine. And the whole full circle moment of everything is Green Day didn't turn me into a punk rocker. They definitely made me a musician. That's what happened. And the reason I even started caring about music enough to eventually find rap, was Green Day. They were the spark that lit everything right then. That's it. That was all I listened to. It was Green Day, everything. So it was from then on that I started getting into, the music and wanting to do it and shit like that. I remember I had a guitar bought for me for one Christmas. I never learned how to use it. Probably has to do with the guitar teacher. He was an old school guy. I just wanted to learn how to play punk songs. That's all I cared about. I just wanted to hear what kind of Green Day shit I could learn. And then now with the MS, I couldn't even play guitar if I wanted to. So that's all right. But that's fine. At least I can rock a microphone. So let me know, are there any unexpected influences of you that you have? I know everybody's got one. Mine just happens to be Green Day. So stay strong, stay wicked. It's B-Side. Peace out.